Today is the day that ends in Y, and your half moon of a head is in my office. I am assuming you have a script to go over.
Not sure what my head has to do with that, but yeah. I have a new horror movie called Virus.
Virus? How many times do I have to tell you? I don't care if it's a horror film, a romantic film, a drama, or even a comedy. I am not making a movie about a bunch of people who get sick. Achoo! Nobody wants to spend an hour and a half to 2 hours watching people get the sniffles and wipe their nose.
What? Movie isn't about people getting sick?
Bye-bye.
Then why would you call it Virus?
We'll get to that later. First, we have to show that there is a Russian science boat in the middle of the ocean.
Как наша тропическая депрессия?
Where else would you expect to find a Russian science boat? In downtown traffic?
The reason we are showing the boat is because the subtitles show us that they are about to receive a transmission from a Russian space station.
Subtitles? I hate subtitles. I hate them. I'll tell you what. We'll do the subtitles, but only for the important stuff they say.
The space station informs them that they are in position and ready to transmit.
Wait, did you say they told them like they were ready? Like they're actually talking to them?
Yeah, on a video screen. They can see them, and they're even having a game of chess with one of them.
Then they're already transmitting. What is this about to transmit stuff?
They're about to transmit different stuff, like data stuff. Yeah, data. Yeah.
You were drunker than usual when you wrote this one, weren't you?
I wasn't that drunk. I could still see out of the one eye.
I already tell you, much like my 5th marriage, this is going to be a rough one. I'm still paying off her medical bills. Continue.
Well, this is when a mysterious cloud of strange lights appear in space and make its way toward the space station.
How was I supposed to know you could get rope burned down there? I mean, and someone inside the space station notices this, right?
Of course. And she takes a picture.
Takes a... Why isn't she telling somebody?
Oh, she does. Right after she takes the picture. She has her priorities.
And apparently her priorities are to put everyone around her in danger so that she can update her Facebook status. Can I assume that space lights are a bad thing?
The lights actually just pass through the space station, but a piece of it's left behind. We suspect this is a bad thing from the way the astronauts react.
I don't know about you, but if I was getting hit with space lightning, I would be reacting more like...
They don't have much time to freak out since the transmission starts while this is happening, causing the space light to be beamed down to the Russian science ship.
So the computer transmitting data somehow caused the external purple lightning to get sucked into said computer so that it could force said lightning into the ship. I'm not asking because I don't believe you. I'm asking because I have no clue how computers work.
In that case, yes, that's exactly how it works.
Oh, really? I'm definitely not going to look at porn online ever again.
We now fast forward to 7 days later, and we meet our main characters who are in a boat in the middle of a storm. The name of the boat is the Sea Star. Get it? Sea Star? Because we just had the scene in space, and everything in the story is about something from space, and the boat has a star in the title. Yep.
Oh, nope! You have not earned this in any way, shape, or form yet. In fact, your name should be Mr. Obvious.
Aw, an entire hour to come up with that.
If that's the case, I'd love to know how many other names you wrote on other tags before you settled on that one. And if it takes you that long to come up with something clever, then maybe try a different approach. So, who are our main characters?
Well, the first one's the captain, an ornery old man running a salvage business who's difficult to read. So you aren't sure if he's just rough around the edges or, an evil bastard.
Oh, I got just the actor. We definitely, in fact, this is non-bendable. The only man for this job, for this captain of captains, is Malcolm McDowell. Nobody does difficult to read like Malcolm McDowell. I had coffee with the man once and I asked him, would you like cream and sugar? After 17 minutes of staring into those magnificent eyes, he smiled. I handed him a coffee and the sugar, and he said, I didn't want that. The man's impossible to read.
Captain!
I've got eyes, for Christ's sakes.
Next up is Foster, the only woman on the crew. She's the navigator and second in command.
Captain, the barge is taking on water.
Hold up. Did you say she is the only woman on the whole crew?
That's right.
And just like that, you lost my interest. Who gives a crap about the rest of the cast if they're all meat slinging? Alright, just tell me about them as they become important. Maybe taking a little extra time when you come to the female cast member.
Well, like I said before, their business is salvage. They're towing a barge, but thanks to the storm they're in, is taking on water, which in turn is dragging their boat down. Someone suggested they simply cut the barge loose, but the captain explains why he's not going to let that happen.
The cargo is mine. I've leveraged everything I own against it. And it's not insured.
So, we got some tension, a guy with a gun, a boat about to cause them to sink. How are they going to get out of this mess?
Oh, the cable snaps and the barge goes under.
So, your characters did all that tension building to have the situation resolve itself? If you're looking for the most anticlimactic way to end that scene, that's the name tag you should be wearing. Because you found it.
I don't know what you're talking about. They change course and get the ship into the eye of the storm. Once they get there, they find there's another ship in the eye, dead in the water. They go to tell the captain, who is planning a different kind of trip.
Dead in the water? I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, well, I can't really imagine Malcolm McDowell doing that. But anyway, can't you just once give me a movie without somebody being pushed to the brink of suicide? Just once? Is that too much to ask?
Yes it is. So the captain decides to change his plans and check out the ship anyway, and they of course find the Russian signed ship from earlier.
What gave it away? Was it the Russian name on the side of the ship? Because I'm betting it was the Russian name clearly posted on the side of the ship.
They try to contact the ship, and when that fails, they go on board and go straight to the bridge, where they find that all the power is off and that nobody is on the ship.
How did they been to two places? The water, the bridge. How do they know that nobody's on the ship? This does not make sense. You said, I'm in my boat, I'm climbing up the ladder, mighty bridge. You didn't say it's a big freaking ship. For all they know, it could be filled with a bunch of people and a T-Rex, all partying in the bow. They don't know. They haven't looked around at all yet.
Regardless, they feel confident enough to start celebrating.
Celebrating? What are these, the people of Zion? What are they celebrating?
Salvage, baby.
Oh, right. Don't call me baby.
They do some quick math.
Oh, let's see, there's 3 parabolic satellite dishes, 42 labs, all primed with state-of-the-art stuff.
And come up with a number.
200? 300 million?
And of course, the captain takes complete credit for it.
But you never figured I'd bring you this, did you?
Hold the phone! This guy didn't bring macaroni salad to the picnic. Now he walked in like he owned the place. This jerk was about to blow his brains out and scatter the wall a few minutes ago. Now he wants to act all big and bad like he found this ship on purpose? What were you thinking when you wrote this?
I'm not really sure. At this point, it switched from beer to wine, and wine always affects my memory. Anyway, the captain sends a crew member named Squeaky to go turn the engine back on. He does, but we give a little clue that turning the engine on might have been a bad idea.
Well, this is less of a clue and more of a giant neon sign that says, "You're about to die!"
Well, regardless of which it is, the crew don't seem to notice, which is why they put their tugboat directly under the anchor of the Russian ship and are a bit shocked when...
Okay, if you're gonna sink a ship, that's a pretty interesting way to do it.
This is when we learn that the crew member named Woods is a coward who only looks after himself.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go get some help.
Ah, and with that, he gets the coveted most likely to die first in a horror film award. As long as someone, saves that guy who's drowning right now.
Don't worry, he gets saved, but now they're convinced that someone else is on the boat. So they tell a crew member named Richie to take Woods with them and go to make sure Squeaky is safe while they take Hiko to the infirmary. The plan being to search the ship afterwards.
Oh, I'm betting this Richie guy just put on his Michael Jackson outfit and is dancing up a thriller about this.
Let me tell you something. You get me killed, I'm gonna kick your ass. Now take my shit. Let's go.
While the one group takes Hiko to the infirmary, Richie and Woods start to explore the boat.
Where's this go, Richie?
It goes down.
You took that from Ghostbusters.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up.
Why do you watch that religiously or something?
I don't know what you're talking about. So while Hiko is getting stitched up by Foster and Richie and Woods find a weapons locker where they start grabbing everything that's not nailed down, Squeaky sees something pulling a cable into a hole.
Please tell me you aren't going to tell me what I think you are going to tell me.
Well, he gets a flashlight and he goes in the hole to see what's going on.
Anybody in there?
Why would any sane person do that? Why would any insane person write that into a script? What were you thinking at the time?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Ran out of wine by this time, and I started doing shots of tequila, so my whole thought process was a little vague at this point. I'm pretty sure I was thinking about BattleBots and how annoying it was going to be when I have to get my apartment rewired next month.
I don't know why I asked. I know I'm not going to enjoy the answer, but yet, like, it's like putting your hand in a silverware door and slamming it once and going, huh, that hurt a lot. But still, can I assume the guy dies?
Oh yeah, he gets strangled with the cable.
Oh, finally, at least we have some kind of body count. Despite the stupid way we had to get there. Wait. You said those two numbnuts from earlier were going to check on him.
Oh yeah, they were. Richie just got distracted.
What? What? I thought you said this was a science ship.
Oh, come on, Richie. Isn't that enough guns? Damn.
Woods, let me tell you three things. You can never be too rich, too thin, or too well armed.
Well, yeah, but if I put missiles on it, then I can have more explosions.
You know, it's been proven in several surveys that audiences do like explosions. Please continue.
Just as they're about to finish patching up Hiko,
You take it easy.
take off the mask and reveal the Russian woman from the beginning who warns them that
Turn off the power. Shut down the ship.
the captain responds accordingly.
She's a fruitcake.
Come on, Captain.
She's a nutter, which is perfect.
Meanwhile, Richie and Woods discover a workroom where robots are being built. And you gotta make sure these robots look state-of-the-art, because I keep mentioning that several times in the movie. They gotta look state-of-the-art.
Of course! What do you think I'm going to do? Try to cut corners by building them out of an erector set?
After getting yelled at a couple more times, they finally get to the engine room to find that it's been welded shut from the outside. But before they can do anything about it, they get attacked.
Are you telling me a Russian Terminator is your bad guy? Because it sounds a lot like you're telling me the Russian Terminator is your bad guy.
Well, after shooting the thing a lot, they drag it to the bridge to show everyone else. The Russian lady, Nadia, tells them that it's a living energy source that's inside the computer that's turning the bodies of the crew into machines. The captain, though, has a different theory.
Something their government cooked up. It all went wrong, didn't it? It's run amok and you're afraid the rest of the world's going to find out about it.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say I have never wanted a single character of yours more deceased. Please tell me his death is coming soon.
Well, before we can add to the body count, we need to first show that the ship has moved back in the storm, forcing them to go back inside the ship. Then it doesn't take long before they get attacked again, this time by a cyborg Squeaky and a much larger machine. The two do a tag team combo and kill Woods.
And I was certain he was going to go first. Dang it! If only you didn't have stupid people in your movie, I would have been right.
It's a horror movie. It was going to have stupid people. Anyway, Wood's death gives the others reason to run until they barricade themselves inside a room with computers. This is when Richie decides he's going to try to talk to it.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah. This is really going to help the situation. Next, I'll ask it where it is, and it will answer everywhere.
Actually, he tries to tell them that they mean no harm, and the entity states,
Life form analysis complete. Species is destructive, invasive, noxious, harmful to the body of the whole.
it then shows them that the very definition of that belongs to a virus.
You are virus.
Woo! So that is where the title comes from. I see what you did there, my bald friend. You make the audience think that maybe the movie's title is implying a computer virus, when in all actuality, the title refers to the fact that your space alien purple lightning things were germs. I get it now. It's frustrating, but I get it. Wait. That's stupid!
This is why I don't ask people for their opinions. So, they ask the entity what it wants, and it does, in fact, give them an answer.
Spare parts. It wants us for spare parts.
Why? It's obviously making robots. Last time I checked, adding fleshy bits to robot parts does not make the robot parts stronger. It makes them weaker and smell funny. That is why the Terminator will kick your ass. That is also why you never buy a love doll from China when it says meat included. Don't ask me how I know that.
Well, regardless of its thought process, mine when I was writing it, they decide to go to the computer room to stop it, but the captain refuses to go with them.
Why?
Because a little earlier they tried to call for help and the captain blew up the radio. So, Foster hit him.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
But us.
You're no longer in charge!
Finally! Now I'm glad it's not Michael McDowell.
Well, with them gone, the captain decides to talk to the entity as well. He even introduces himself.
Is the dominant life form. I am Everton.
Alright, so he had a chip on his shoulder all this time. But why would he be...
Oh, and then he also offers to help the entity as well.
What? This thing is clearly trying to kill them. What possible reason could he have for helping it? What was even your thought process at this point?
Yeah, by this point the tequila was making my stomach a bit queasy, or it might have been the worm, I'm not sure. So I switched over to Everclear. After coughing up a lung and a few dry heaves, I found I had typed up a bunch of pages, and I figured, hey, more pages is better than less pages, so I just rolled with it.
It is because of explanations like this that I keep looking into replacing you with trained typing monkeys. If only they didn't like to throw their crap.
Anyway, they find the computer's been moved, and Everton tells the entity that they plan on blowing up the ship, despite the fact that actually the plan B. Meanwhile, Richie's got crazy and started to build something in one of the workshops. The others get attacked by another robot, forcing them outside the ship, and while trying to get back to the bridge, Foster almost gets pulled off the ship, only to get rescued by Hiko, who then gets pulled off the ship instead.
So you were bound and determined to have someone die because of the storm. And you choose the guy who happened to survive drowning earlier. Could you have found a more interesting way to kill him? Maybe, I don't know, by the giant robot you just had 5 minutes ago?
Oh yeah, there was a robot earlier. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, but that would have been too obvious. This is far more unpredictable.
Okay, no. Unpredictable was at the end of The Wizard of Oz when she woke up and all the actors were around her. Unpredictable was during Close Encounters of the Third Kind when they play the piano and the thing plays back. This is not unpredictable. This is lame. 25% unpredictable because I would have predicted that it was 85%. It's still lame.
85, 25, but that'd be like 110%.
Don't correct me. I can math. Just go on.
So they get to the bridge and they figure out that the ship is headed for a British intelligence station, which gives them reason to go with Plan B and blow up the ship. But before they can start that plan, they get attacked by another robot. Only this one looks a bit familiar.
You don't recognize me. What's wrong?
So, you have to take the joy of watching Captain Asshole bite the bullet. You couldn't just have him die in a bloody and horrible way. You had to turn him into an unstoppable cyborg. Like, I'll tell you this. His death better be satisfying.
They blow him up with a thermite grenade.
Would have preferred putting him through a metal grinder, but I'll take it.
They then flood the cargo bay with fuel and set up a bomb with a few more thermite grenades. They warn Richie ahead of time and then get ready to leave. Unfortunately, they get company.
Woo! That's a big one. Why the hell didn't you have that thing earlier? That thing is awesome!
Because you gotta have escalation. It's the same reason a magician saves his biggest trick for last. Yeah. Anyway, the big guy captures Foster and tortures her to get her to tell it where the detonator is, but she refuses to tell it. She escapes thanks to a little help from Richie. Foster then takes control of the situation and...
No. You can't have her take control. You need to have her lose her nerve and give up. After all, she is just a damsel in distress.
What? No, she isn't. She's the protagonist. I wrote her to be a strong-willed character with a moral compass that stands up for what she believes is right.
And that's fine for the first, 3/4 of the film. But I know what people want to watch. I am the studio. I will tell them what they watch. And I say that everybody thinks like me, a teenage boy who wants to see a damsel in distress rescued by a strong male hero. And if we want to sell tickets to this movie, that is what we will give them.
But I made Foster the hero.
What were you thinking, making a woman a hero? Don't worry, we can fix this. Hell, our audience, you know what, just pick any guy out of the, it doesn't matter if he's done anything so far, or shown any kind of hero characteristics. Yeah, you can even have one of the Baldwins play the guy for Pete's sake. Doesn't matter which one, nobody can tell the difference between them anyway. So, okay, when Hiko is drowning, we can have this guy be the one who saves him. That'll be his one thing he does.
But I already had Foster saving him.
We'll have, because she's so weak, we'll have somebody hold her back for her own good.
Should remember my flask today. Fine, I'll make up some bullshit character to be your stupid hero.
Perfect. We will have Princess Peach, I mean Foster, be a mess who needs the Russian girl to save her. Yeah, because people believe Russian girls are strong.
Survival suits. Maybe we have a chance. Put it on. Put it on.
And then we'll have a dying Richie tell our super masculine manly man that he has a way for them to escape.
But you gotta get to the missile room. You'll understand when you get there.
Man, writing this is even easier than painting by numbers when you remember not to eat the paint.
Well, getting back to what I actually wrote, the giant robot shows up again to show them that they have found the bomb and destroys it. Then grabs Nadia, demanding to know if there are any more bombs, and she tells it,
Are there more of those devices aboard this ship?
Just one more.
Perfect! Now we can have masculine manly man come in and save Foster!
Come on, we're gonna get out of here. I can't. I don't want to hear it. You don't have a choice. Get the hell up. Let's go.
She shouldn't need saving. She's shown multiple times she's not helpless. Whatever. So they run to the missile room and they find that Richie used the missile tubes to create an ejector seat.
Did you stop drinking and actually start sniffing glue at this point? What made you come up with turning a missile tube into an ejector seat?
Actually, no glue was involved. I ran out of liquor at this point, and I didn't want to run out and get some more. So I figured, I'll just try drinking turpentine. What's the worst that can happen?
You should be dead.
Yeah, no idea. I completely blacked out. When it came to, I just found gibberish for the last few pages. So I tried to do my best to make some of it make sense, and that's why I stuck with it.
Whatever. Just finish this turkey.
So Foster and I guess your hero character get in the ejector seat and they launch themselves outside the ship just as the big robot gets to the room. It then notices that the seat is pulling at a cable which just happens to be connected to a collection of grenades and missiles, which causes the whole ship to blow up when the pins are pulled by the cable. The end.
You should put in one last scare at the end though where it looks like Hiko has survived, but instead he attacks Foster and then poof! It's all a dream.
That would be dumb.
Yeah! Which is exactly why us as a studio knows what the audience loves, and the audience loves dumb, so that son of a bitch is staying in here. I've got to say though, I don't think it has a very strong beginning. I mean, with you trying to have a girl walking around with these manly men. But yay, we fixed it at the end. Everything's fine. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we might, with, the studio's interjection and assistance to your original story, might just have a hit on our hands. I have candy in my mouth.
Yeah, I was saying, you want to do that without the candy in your mouth?
Not really.
Dude, that's not going to work.
Why?
Because of my line. I had to completely change my line to do that.
Well, change the line.
Oh, come on. I like my line.
I don't know. My one's funnier, but okay.
I don't know. I think mine is.
Well, no shit. You wrote it, dumbass. So I was making a blooper reel.
Well, the first one's the captain, an ordinary old man running a salvage business.
First one was blooper reel. That's not in the script.
Regardless, they feel very confident. See, this is why I can't ad-lib.
What? I mean, I'm sure this is going to get him killed, and I'm all for that personally, but what? This thing is clearly there. I got struck. Clearly.
Well, regardless of its thought process, or mine went, I screwed that up. That's how we think about our words before we speak them. Yes.
We'll have, because she's so weak, we'll have somebody hold her back for her own good. I do not like the words coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but I mean, once again, it makes sense.
I know.
It made no sense for someone to hold her back. And
because she was closest.
Yeah, she was the closest. And then he holds her back for no goddamn reason, and the other one jumps in so he can be the hero.
Yeah.
You know?